la muerte y los impuestos. ¿Sí? Por eso Jesús está hablando acerca de los impuestos. Porque ve a la distancia su muerte. Jesus begins talking about taxes because he sees in a distance his death. Almost certain. Walking through this town of Jericho, one of the oldest, most ancient cities in the world, going back to at least 7,000 BC, in one of the lowest places in the world, altitude-wise or elevation-wise. Una de las ciudades más viejas en todo el mundo, Jericho, y también más bajo. Y va caminando, y se nota que esta es la ciudad tradicionalmente que se llama Ciudad de los Árboles. He goes walking through the city that's traditionally known as City of Trees. And what trees does he see there? Well, he sees palm trees. It is known as the City of Palms. Well, guess where he will be? In a matter of days, after walking through Jericho, he'll be entering into Jerusalem, and what will they hold up as he walks into Jerusalem? Do you remember? Palms. That's where we get Palm Sunday. Maybe they got them in Jericho. He's only a few days away, a short 25 miles from Jerusalem. It's also the city of cypress trees. Lots of cypress trees. Again, in ancient culture, cypress trees were planted in cemeteries. They call them the mournful tree because of their green and how they spire up towards the sky like a steeple. And in addition to palm trees and cypress trees, there are also there, we heard in the gospel today, sycamore trees. What do they represent? Well, back in ancient Egyptian culture, it was from the sycamore tree that they would make caskets or coffins or sarcophagi. So Jesus is walking through Jericho, this city of trees, of palms held up at his death, sycamore, cypress. It's almost as if he's walking through a haunted house, a haunted city, and sees some scary things. Maybe a man standing in a tree, almost in anticipation of Jesus' own being raised up on a tree. Maybe he's holding himself there between two branches, this guy named Zacchaeus. Imagine, as he's looking down the barrel of his own death, walking towards Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those sent to. Jesús ve muchas cosas que representan la muerte, los árboles de la madera que hacían ataúdes, y un hombre ahí parado en un árbol, prognosticando cuando le van a levantar en la cruz. He sees all of this. And Zacchaeus, in the tree, to everybody else, looks almost as a man in costume. A snake. La gente ve a Zaccheo como si fuera un serpiente o culebra. Pero Jesús no ve las cosas iguales. Él ve al hombre ahí parado en el árbol como si fuera una fruta, listo para caer y comer, y dar nueva vida. Jesus looks up, he sees this Zacchaeus guy, not like a snake wrapped around a branch, but he sees low-hanging fruit. Someone whose heart is ripe, just ready to fall from that tree, if but a breeze of his breath and the Spirit that is holy should knock him down. Full of great joy, Jesus looks up into the tree, although facing his death, full of joy, knowing how productive it will be, how it will bring new life. He calls him down. Zacchaeus, come down from me, because I want to stay and eat at your house. With a few hours I have left in my life, with a few days I have left in my life, I would like to gather around a table with you. Some guy I don't know, some guy everybody hates, some guy they think is a snake, and reveal to you the goodness within. the ripeness and readiness that you are to have your heart changed. He falls, comes down with great joy. Because Jesus sees inside him not the exterior or the superficial or the costume of tax collector or the mask of his job, but the beautiful cacophony of color that every leaf hides. Huh? We know leaves look green on the outside, right? And we think they change color, but they don't really change color, leaves, do they? The chlorophyll stops producing, and then the natural beauty and hue and redness and brownness and orange and yellow begins to flower. Jesus sees all of that hidden beauty inside Zacchaeus that everybody else hates atop of that tree. It's lonely at the top. He's not a member of the crowd. He's not welcome. He's hated. He's a rich man. It's lonely at the top. I imagine it's lonely for Donald Trump. I imagine it's lonely for Hillary Clinton. Pockets full of money, both of them. And people hate them both. And people see from the outside. But Jesus sees even into their broken hearts. The masks that Trump has to wear, the masks that Clinton has to wear, and he sees the beautiful humanity in each. Don't we all at some level want to shed the mask and come down and be welcomed and accepted for who we really are? The world doesn't work that way, we know that. We have to walk around wearing masks just to get the job done. Not just me up here, but you too. Whether you're employed or retired, we have to wear masks at a certain level. But Jesus, thank God, sees beyond all of that. Into the place where we want friendship and forgiveness. Huh? Friendship and forgiveness. It seems to me that's what Zacchaeus wanted. Lonely, wealthy, unsatisfied with all that his money could buy. Jesus sees that moment and helped to change his heart.